is the story of a woman who discovered that her husband planned to sacrifice her to the spirits. But instead of screaming, instead of running, she kept quiet. And when the truth finally came out, an entire village trembled. Her name was Nneka. And in the village of Umudara, people later said something about her that no man ever forgot. Fear the woman who speaks little, because she sees everything. Now let me tell you what happened. Long ago, in the peaceful village of Umudara, there lived a young woman named Nneka. She was beautiful in a calm and gentle way. But that was not what people noticed first. What they noticed was her silence. Nneka was not like the other young women who laughed loudly at the street.
Did you see Chidi's new wife?
Argued in the marketplace. She spoke only when necessary. She listened more than she talked. And her eyes were always observing. Some villagers believed she was shy. Others thought she was too quiet for her own good. But the elders would sometimes say, a silent river may look calm, but it hides the deepest waters. Then one season, a wealthy palm oil trader named Obina came looking for a wife. Obina was one of the richest men in Umudara. His compound was large. His yam barns were full. His business brought palm oil from many villages. When he chose Nneka to marry him, the whole village celebrated. Drums echoed through the air. Women danced. People clapped and said, Nneka is lucky. She will live life. She will live a life of comfort. She has married a successful man. But on the night of her wedding, when the drums had stopped, when the guests had gone home, and the compound was quiet, Nneka sat inside her new husband's house and she did not smile. Because earlier that day, she had seen something disturbing, something that made her heart uneasy. But Nneka said nothing. Instead, she began to watch. 3 nights after the wedding, the moon was high in the sky when something strange happened. Obina rose quietly from the bed. He believed his new wife was sleeping, but Nneka was awake. She listened as he opened the door slowly and stepped outside. Curiosity filled her heart. Without him making any sound at all, Nneka followed him. Her feet touched the ground softly, like a shadow moving in the night. Obina walked across the compound, past the goats, past the yam barn, until he reached a small hut, hidden behind the house. A hut that was always locked. He opened the door and stepped inside. Nneka stayed outside, hidden in the darkness. Then she heard it, a sound. At first it was faint, but then it became clearer. A woman's voice crying, weak, hopeless. Nneka's heart began to pound. Who was inside her house? She asked herself. And why was she crying? But Nneka did not confront her husband. She quietly returned to the house. The next morning, she prepared Obinna's breakfast just as a good wife would. She greeted him politely. She poured his palm wine and she asked no questions. But inside her mind, a dangerous curiosity had begun to grow. Weeks later, while Nneka was fetching water at the village stream, something unusual happened. An old woman selling firewood approached her. The old woman looked around carefully to make sure no one was listening. Then she leaned closer and whispered, "Daughter, the man you married carries darkness behind him." Nneka did not react. Her face remained calm. The old woman continued softly, "If you want to know the truth, ask him about Adaugo." Then the woman walked away slowly, leaving Nneka standing there with the clay pot on her head and the name echoing in her mind. Adaugo. Who was Adaugo? That night, when Obinna traveled to another village for business, Nneka decided to find out. The moon shone brightly as Nneka walked towards the locked hut. Her hands trembled slightly as she opened the door. Inside the small room sat a woman, thin, tired, but very much alive. When the woman lifted her face, their eyes met, and Nneka felt her entire body freeze. Because the woman was not a stranger, she was Obinna's first wife. Her name was Adaugo. The same woman the village believed had gone mad and died long ago. The same village everyone thought had been taken away by the spirit and died. But Adaugo was not mad. Her eyes were clear, her mind sharp, and her stomach was swollen with pregnancy. Adaugo told Nneka everything. Obinna had always wanted one thing above all else, a son. But Adaugo gave birth to 2 daughters, and Obinna's heart grew bitter. Soon he began visiting a powerful Dibia, a native doctor, in secret. The Dibia told him something terrible. He said, "Your wife's spirit blocks your fortune. If you remove her, wealth and sons will come." So Obinna locked Adaugo away. He spread rumors that she had gone mad and died. The village believed him. Then he married Nneka. But there was something worse. Adaugo grabbed Nneka's hands and whispered, "You were not chosen randomly. The Dibia said a new wife must be sacrificed for Obinna's fortune to grow." Nneka felt cold fear run through her veins. In that moment, she understood everything. She was not truly a wife. She was a sacrifice waiting for the full moon. When the next full moon arrived, Obinna prepared a feast. He slaughtered goats. He dismissed the servants. Then he handed Nneka a white cloth. "Wear this tonight," he said. "We are going to the shrine to pray." But Nneka had already made her own plan. Days earlier, she had secretly spoken to the village elders. So when Obinna led her deep into the forest that night, toward the shrine, something unexpected happened suddenly. Torches burst into light from the darkness. The elders stepped forward, men of authority, men of truth. Obinna froze. His lies had come to an end. The entire story was revealed. The hidden wife, the imprisonment, the planned sacrifice, the villagers gasped in shock. And down, the elders asked Nneka one final question. Do you want this man banished from Umudara? The entire village waited. For the first time since her marriage, Nneka spoke. Her voice was calm, but it carried power. She said, a silent woman is not a blind woman. The crowd erupted with murmurs. Obinna fell to his knees in shame. The elders stripped him of his titles. Adaogo was freed and restored with honor. And Nneka, she left the compound the next morning, not as a victim, but as a woman who had protected herself with wisdom. And many years later, when she married again, her new husband treated her with deep respect because he knew something important. Nneka was a quiet woman, but quiet people often know more than they say. That's the end of the story, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share the videos so that when I